victims and monsters. And the trick is not to end up as either. But trapped by the genre, we are all ripped to pieces along the way. This is not the story I hoped it would be.
Alô, alô, alô.
This is not the ending I wanted. This story will eat us alive. This story is a monster. And monsters wear many faces.
Quatro e 10. Nossa, eu também contei com brancos e ilusões. Vou dar uma compartilhada aqui, galera. Ah, cara joga grande, né? Não dá pra ler certinho. Ninguém viu o cara aqui, hein?
Already gone.
Eu vou ligar a webcam. Vamos ver como é que tá a qualidade da minha webcam hoje. Nossa, que demora, velho. Tá vendo? Puta que... Valeu, obrigado. Eita porra! Sai fora! Temporada de caça, primeiro troféu. É, galera, essa ataque vai ser foda, hein?
Where's the rest of the stuff? I need to finish this. I'm done. What the fuck?
Meu troféu vocês ganham só chegando ali naquela parte.
Hey,
Temporada de
kiddo.
caça.
How are you?
I'm good, Mom. How are you?
This trip might take a little longer than I thought. I'm sorry I've been gone so much lately, Logan.
Oh my god, Mom, it's not your fault people get all murdery. What happened?
Just work stuff.
Right. Well, Dad and I are just watching the latest episode of Night Springs here. Mom, it's so good.
No spoilers. I'll let you get back to the show. You were supposed to wait and watch with me. I love you both.
This is what happens when you go on work trips, Mom. Love you too. And say hi to Casey. Tell him to stop brooding so much.
Logan? I will. Bye, kiddo. Logan thinks you should try cheering up.
Snarky kid. Wonder where she gets that from.
It can't be a coincidence that another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Feels like the killer's leaving us a message.
I'm glad you're on this case with me, Anderson. It's right up your alley. You should take lead. Think of me as the backup.
Cara vergado, véi.
Any words of advice?
Nothing that would cheer anyone up. Here we are. Cauldron Lake.
Time to get to work. A deputy was supposed to be here to show us to the crime scene. There's the car, so where's the deputy?
Eaten by a bear? I'll check out that map.
Convite.
Worth memorizing before we get swallowed up by the trees.
Território terrível. Aqui vocês vão ganhar,
I think I
galera,
hear
pra vocês
someone.
começar o primeiro capítulo. Que
Could
vem
be
aqui
our
no mapa
deputy.
aqui, ó.
I can go take a look.
E pega o mapa aqui, ó. E vão ganhar esse troféuzinho aqui. Eu deixei a legenda meio grande porque tá melhor pra me enxergar também. Nossa, eu sou meio cegueta, velho.
This can't be the right way.
Vai. Ah tá, é esse caminho.
Hey, over here.
Over here, vem aqui.
Hey there. Agent Casey, right? Sheriff Breaker said you'd be coming by to take over the case.
You're half right. Anderson?
Saga Anderson. I'll be leading this case. Seems you already know my partner, Alex Casey.
Shoot. Sorry about that, ma'am. I'm Deputy Mulligan. I just figured that, you know, that, Federal agents right here, Thornton. My partner, Thornton, down at the crime scene. He's not what you call the sharpest axe in the shed.
Right here? What do you mean? Are they with you? Oh, shit! They didn't hear me, did they?
Were there any witnesses?
Yeah, a couple out-of-towners. I wonder what they were doing sneaking around the woods at night.
Mention the city folk. It's pretty suspicious.
Not that we have anything against city folk, right, Thornton? But don't worry. Sheriff Breaker took them back to town a while
Eu
ago.
levarei vocês para a cidade.
What can you tell us about the crime scene?
That's hard.
I was getting to that, Thornton. Well, we reckon there are some organs that are currently outside the victim's person when they should be, well, you know, inside.
I want to see the body. How do we get there?
Oh, sure, that's real simple. Just through the hole in the fence, down the hill towards the lake, around the old convenience store. You can't miss it. Everything's been closed since the area was fenced off. The store, the campground, all of it.
Hey, Mulligan, tell him I'm here waiting. I'll show him around.
They got it, Thornton.
Parceirinho doido, mano.
Before we get to the crime scene, there's time to review the facts of the case so far. Make sure I'm seeing the clues clearly. I need to think through the facts of the case. The Mind Place. My version of the Mind Palace technique. To sift through clues and work the case. Building the Mind Place again for each case. Using each field office as a model in my head. The facts are on the board. Everything we know about the previous
Sabemos
murders.
que os assassinos anteriores.
Worth taking
E
another
o pernilongo
look.
tá me comendo vivo. Hematomas em pulsos de perna, corte profundo no tórax e coração ausente. Todos os corpos apresentavam inchaço. Tatuagem pós-morte no corpo. Os alvos dos assassinos não têm traços perceptíveis em comum. Traumatismo no tórax, lembrando técnica de corte de açougue. Mas... aqui, localização, aqui. Meio que ela faz um negócio mental, né?
I see you're already hard at work, Anderson. Close to cracking it?
We're just getting started. Let's head down the hill to the crime scene. Hey, Casey. You putting me in charge. Why now?
Look, Anderson, you're a better detective than I am. You've cracked cases that had the rest of us baffled. I don't want to slow you down.
Are you thinking of retiring? You know what happens to cops who say this is their last case.
Mm-hmm. Real funny, Anderson.
Stairs are out. You okay to jump down?
I'm not that old.
Prodigiosa montanha ao longe e justamente a mil parter. O ícone cível acima de Calton Lake, vista do ângulo certo, a beleza dela se reflete na superfície tranquila do lago, reflete invertido glorioso. Oh.
Fucking nature. Gives me a headache. There's too much sky.
Not a bad place to get murdered.
If getting back to nature is your thing.
Damn. Should have brought an umbrella.
I like the rain. The only thing around here that feels like home.
You think the local law had the sense to put up a tarp?
If they did, next coffee's
Tem
on
que ter
me.
coragem de entrar no meio desse mato, hein? Jesus.
How much clearer can I make it, Mulligan? Hey!
Deputy Thornton, I take it.
That's me, at your service, ready to get this case solved. Now the body's behind the store. Come on, I'll show you. So, FBI, huh? That's so cool. Hunting down psycho serial killers and shootouts with the mob.
You forgot the UFO cover-ups.
What? Those are real? You guys hiring?
He's joking.
Let's just see this body, shall we?
Now this is the scene of the crime. We found him on
Galerinha,
the
agora
table.
aqui, ó.
Now, he didn't touch nothing.
Vou meio que eu de lado aqui, porque o cara tá pelado, pode dar...
Thanks, Deputy.
No tarp. You owe me a coffee.
Okay. Let's start by examining our guest of
Pode
honor.
dar banimento
Does
pra mim,
this
tá
fit
vendo?
the MO of the previous murders? Step 1. Examine the corpse.
Tentar não olhar muito.
Wanna start by inspecting the body, Anderson?
You know, I never seen the FBI investigate a murder victim before, except in the movies.
Body is positioned on the table. Ritualistic.
Cena do crime em Coulter Lake.
Another body turns up just as we arrive in town.
Outro corpo apareceu.
Coincidence?
Coincidência? Um corpo foi encontrado no bosque de perto de Primeira, no momento perfeito. Precisa ver se tem ligação com os assassinos que estamos aqui para investigar. Quando a imagem principal é colocada, vai gerar uma nova pergunta. É possível ver as metas no quadro causa seu objetivo. Você agora pode explorar livremente o quadro de caos ou sair para concluir seu objetivo. Oh, legal.
Incise stab wound. Chest cut open. Heart removed.
Os caras arrancou o coração dele e deixou
The killer
aqui.
left the heart right next to the body. Bruising on the wrist from the cargo straps holding him
Matou no
down.
impulso decorrente das correntes. Agora né, volta lá. Volta lá no quadro. Beleza. Coloco.
No.
Salve 2 em 1. Como é que você tá?
Heart removed from chest, strapped by the wrists. Definitely matches the previous murders. But this time
Tranquilo?
the heart and the straps were left
Obrigado pela
behind.
presença.
More clues to work with. This makes 4 murders that we know about.
Nossa, as pistas selecionam a pergunta aberta. Desbloquear uma dedução conforme você avançando na investigação. Novas perguntas serão desbloqueadas e atualizando seu objetivo. Você pode pressionar para conferir os objetivos atualizados. Investigue mais a vítima. Beleza. Opa, é nóis, cara. E às vezes eu não consigo pegar, entendeu? Mas quando dá, eu pego sim. Falou com ninguém? Encontre mais provas.
Who is our victim? Who killed him?
Quando dá pra passar, eu
Need to
passo
find
sim,
more
cara.
clues. Multiple people were here. Multiple killers?
É que às vezes o horário da gente não bate. Você fala, você cara. Como é que você tá? De boa? Obrigado pela presença, irmão. Obrigado, Segala. Obrigado 2 em 1 também. Obrigado pela moral.
Someone was drinking beer. They spent time here, waiting.
Não esqueça de deixar o like, galera. Ajuda demais nós aí no canal também.
Knock the tripod over.
E aí, Segala, como é que você tá?
Was it for a camera?
E aí, zerou o reset?
Was he killed here or brought here after? For display?
A briga tava boa ontem, hein?
Any idea who the victim is?
Oh, I sure do. His name is Nightingale. He was FBI. He came to town about 13 years ago. I haven't heard a word about him since. Well, until now.
Nightingale.
Nossa, aquele Resident lá é top demais, mano.
Oh,
Aquele reset é um dos mais top que eu gosto.
Brothers in arms. Oh,
Nossa
and
senhora,
sisters.
esse jogo aqui é pra ter começado ele faz 2 dias já, velho.
So you knew our victim?
Well, I didn't recognize him in his current state. But yeah, I ran into him a few times at Quantico. Never worked any cases together. After his partner got killed in the field, he went off the deep end. Got the boot pretty quick after that.
So what happened to Nightingale after the Bureau let him go?
I only know the rumors. Depression led to booze, booze led to paranoia. He got some wild ideas in his head, chased ghosts until he fell off the map. Guess he ended up here.
Valeu, Dozinho. Obrigado. Eu tava falando com a minha esposa ali.
But no happy ending.
Nossa,
Robert
que rolo,
Nightingale,
velho.
ex-FBI,
Obrigado quem tá
came to
assistindo aí,
Bright
galera.
Falls
Valeu, meu.
13 years ago.
Vítima identificada da vítima. Ah, que legal. Investiga a cena do crime. Descubra mais sobre o assassino.
Nightingale went missing 13 years ago.
Há
2010.
13 anos o cara tava sumido, velho. 13 anos, irmão.
Certainly fits the pattern.
E aí, Gala,
Makes
como
me
é que você
wonder
tá?
what was
Boa?
going on that year.
Probably something this town wants to forget.
I'll be back in a second.
Roger.
Locked. They really don't want people coming in here.
Legal, tá trancado. Onde esse cara subiu mesmo?
Hello, this is Agent Anderson and Agent Casey, FBI. We'd like to come in and ask a few questions pertaining to an investigation.
E abriu o portão?
Nice talking to you, too.
Nossa, obrigado. Deixou no vácuo, hein? Deixou no vácuo, mano.
Confidential matters, confidential. Look, I get that the UFO thing was a joke, but you're probably...
Boot prints indicating multiple killers. Quite the party. Large amount of blood on the table.
Muito sangue na mesa.
The victim died here.
A vítima morreu aqui.
They planned for the murder to happen here, passing the time with equipment ready. They were waiting for him. But why Nightingale? He's been missing for 13 years.
O cara desapareceu há 13 anos e morreu ontem.
Why here?
Ah, entendi. Onde ele estava
now?
com 13 anos, hein? A vítima veio de quê? É, boa pergunta, né? Veio do quê?
Get into the subject's head. See what they saw. Feel what they felt. Use whatever I know about them to guide my intuition to a revelation. Piece it together.
Usando intuição do Saga para analisar o perfil da pessoa relevante para descobrir pistas novas. Pessoa
Agent
desaparecida.
Nightingale has been MIA for 13 years. How did he end up here?
Boa pergunta, como é que ela foi parar?
That's not a lake. It's dark. He was there too. You are not allowed in the lake until he says otherwise.
Robert Nightingale came from the lake before his murder.
Legal. Mas como ele
Nightingale
veio do
was
lado?
chosen as the victim. Why?
Flick the switch. It goes click. Lights are off. But somebody's home. Somebody's home.
This wasn't some random act of violence. This was a ritual. A Nightingale a component. They didn't see him as a person. More like a container for something.
O cara é um recipiente pra alguma coisa.
Nightingale was chosen as the victim. Why?
Flick the switch. It goes
Aperta o
click.
botão aí, ele faz clique.
Lights are off.
Show.
But somebody's home. Somebody's home.
This wasn't some random act of violence. This was a ritual. A Nightingale a component. They didn't see him as a person. More like a container for something.
É, não tem mais nada.
Up from the lake that's not a lake.
Vindo do lago.
It's
Tá
dark.
escuro.
He was there too.
Ele estava lá também.
You are not allowed.
Você não é bem-vinda no lago até ele autorizar. Nossa! Nossa!
This mug always cheers me up.
Não é a pior mãe. Ó. Picadinho.
My first ever prank on Casey. A true classic.
Meio que ela tem uns poderes paranormal que eu tô vendo, né?
Mom may be gone, but whenever I read this, I feel like she's still here. The lake is connected to Nightingale somehow.
Nossa, não dá nem tempo ali.
Casey, let's take a look down by the lake. Lead the way.
Sounds good. This way, right?
Right.
Well, okay. Well, I'll just wait here.
Vamos dar uma bisoiada no lago, né, velho?
This one of your hunches, Anderson?
Esse é dos seus
Did something
palpites?
happen at the lake?
I think
Uma coisa
Nightingale
do
came
lago.
up from that direction. From the lake. Probably looking for shelter. Safety. They were waiting for him.
When you're ready, I'd love to hear what you put together so far.
Sure. It's not that complicated. Nightingale was out in the woods alone at night, possibly nude. The killers knew he was here, ambushed him,
Já deu fazer a
dragged him to the
dublagem, né, mano?
campground,
Você é mais
strapped him
top,
to the
hein?
table, cut his heart out. But then they were interrupted by those witnesses, the Bookers. The job is unfinished.
That seems pretty complicated to me.
There's a piece of paper on the ground.
Uma
I
pista.
didn't know trees got that big. Gives me the
Tracks. Barefoot. Nightingales? They come out from under the boulder.
makes no sense.
A page full of text on one side. Not a printout. Written with a typewriter. Old school. Lines scratched out and edits added with a pen.
Like a manuscript. Page of a story. The killer left a message.
It's for us. The text is about us. The victim was one of their own. FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale. And then there was the page they found. The first step down into terrifying depths.
Reading the words. These words felt like a message.
Felt like a message.
Someone knew they were here.
Caraca,
Someone
véi.
playing a game with them. An invitation. How could they not accept,
Even if they knew it would end up hurting them. Someone's been watching us.
Playing a sick
Longe de
game
ser,
with us.
a
You were right.
última, ganhamos um troféuzinho. Lemos
This
um
is right up
manuscrito.
my alley. Nightingale came this way. Either he dropped this page, or the killers left it for us. I should profile Nightingale about this page. Think, Saga. I think he came from the lake. But his tracks make no sense. Okay. We found a page in the woods. A story about these events. What is Nightingale's role in this?
I carry his words close to my chest now. Inside, the awful truth. You must dig it out.
Something was put inside him. In his chest. I must find out what. Found all I can here. Time to properly examine the body. See what I can find inside. Casey, I think something's been put inside Nightingale's body. Let's tell the deputies to get the body to the town morgue.
Okay.
Whoever wrote that page made sure it read like a story. Like a scene from a thriller.
I hate all of it. The text said we'd find more. I believe it.
But what's the purpose? They're twisting events to create their own narrative to do... what? Entertain some fantasy? Projecting their desires? Are we characters or the audience? Witnesses to their design? All the above?
It's all about control. Deciding what happens to who. Don't let it drag you in.
Too late. I'm already hooked. I need the next chapter.
Can't go any further. Water's too deep.
Good to see you still in one piece, Anderson. Forest can be a dangerous place.
Hey, you made it back. Good. I hope you didn't get stuck in any of those big puddles. Crazy flooding down there, huh? Just like I said.
Eu não acho onde que o guarda local escondeu o celular dele.
Fala, Luiz. Tá falando com a minha velha aqui. Como é que você tá, Luiz? Seja bem-vindo. Nossa, esse jogo aqui tem bastante investigação que eu vi, Luiz. Boa viseira? Nossa, cara, que calor, mano.
Deputy, I want the body taken back to town for a proper examination, ASAP.
Well, sure, but the coroner won't be back in town for another week after Deerfest.
Not a problem. I'll do it myself.
Oh, and Sheriff Breaker called to say he's got the bookers at the Oh Dear Diner in town. Oh, and I've got a key to the gate. It's a shortcut back to the parking lot just up the hill.
Chave do atalho.
Thanks. Let's get the car, drive to Bright Falls, and talk to these witnesses, the bookers.
At the diner, right? I could use a cup of coffee.
Let's try that shortcut the deputy mentioned.
Sounds good.
Vai jogar ele hoje, Luiz? Ou terminou, vai terminar o Spider-Man?
Did you get lost, Anderson?
I'm gonna go check something out. Be right back.
Got it.
Chegamos aqui no objetivo aqui. Vamos dar uma zero aqui.
A creepy twig sculpture?
Escultura sinistra gradando.
Wonder what's inside. I should take a look around for a way to open this thing.
Aí galera, isso aqui ó, tem um esquema aqui ó, lavar a mão, tirar o frango da geladeira, tirar uma soneca. A gente tem que achar esses símbolos aí. Vamos ver se a gente acha. Galera, o primeiro é esse. O segundo é esse. E o terceiro é esse. Vamos lá ver?
Hey, Casey. What's the far's favorite shape?
Please, Anderson. Just one case without the
A triangle.
I don't get it.
Yes, you do.
I'm getting flashbacks. Remember Ohio?
Sure. The North Side slasher. But that case was completely different.
The trees, Anderson. He hid the bodies in the forest.
Vamos ver aqui, galera. Peguei uma ali, né? Mas não acho que não é nenhum troféu. Caraca, esse jogo aqui é tenso, hein, mano.
Hey there, Mr. Deer. You remind me of a dream I had.
Que carro. Se eu achasse o carro, né?
Is that a kid's lunchbox?
Opa,
An
achamos uma
Alex
caixinha
Casey
secreta,
movie
galera.
lunchbox. Casey hates the endless jokes about
Olha o
coincidentally having the same
troféuzinho,
name
abre
as a
uma
fake
caixa secreta.
detective. He hates those cheesy crime books, but he really hates the movies.
Aprimoramento de arma. Olha que legal. Show de bola. Galera, para pegar isso aqui, ó. Vamos vir por aqui. Quer ver? Cadê? Vamos vir aqui. Vou passar aqui, ó. Vamos subir aqui, ó. Tá vendo? Olha lá, tá vendo? Os caras tá lá, ó. Vamos descer por aqui. Vim aqui. Vem aqui nessa parte aqui, ó. Virar pra cá. E vocês vão achar esse acampamento aqui, galera. A caixinha vai estar aqui no canto, aqui assim, ó. Aí vocês abrem ela, vocês vão ganhar o troféu. Beleza? Não estranha o barulho não, que aqui em casa é normal esses barulhos, viu? Beleza, vamos ver o que nós temos aqui. Ah, lancheira de Alex Keys. Volta. Cara, eu preciso achar esse carro que eles estão falando. Voltamos para nada aqui. Cadê o cara? Obrigado quem tá assistindo com nós aí, galera. Muito obrigado.
Welcome back, Anderson.
Ah.
Seems like a nice town so far. Murders aside. Pretty woods. Cute lodge we got set up in. We should go for a hike if we get a chance.
Now you're just being mean, Anderson.
Deputies aren't exactly up to the task,
Achei uma
but
saída,
hopefully
né?
the sheriff will be more helpful.
Not a surprise about the deputies. Doubt they see much stuff this gruesome.
O que é ele? Dá uma xeretada aqui.
I'll be back in a second.
Roger.
A lunchbox again. Who's leaving these out here?
Isso aqui, pro jeito, deve ser alguma coisa de manuscrito. Galera, a gente estamos ao vivo no YouTube também, galera. Se puder dar uma moralzinha, só digitar a exclamação no YouTube aí. Estamos ao vivo lá. Deve dar uma força lá também.
Tripod. Tracks leading to a dead end.
A tripod for a camera? To record a snuff film?
Maybe. And why take out his heart just to throw it away?
To stuff in something for us to find.
Realmente a gente estamos tendo um atalho, né? Fala assim, como é que o cara tá com a chave do atalho? O que é isso aqui? Nossa
I think I
senhora.
saw something. It'll only take a minute.
I'll wait here.
Tem coisa pra cacete aqui. Até acostumar com esse controle aqui desse jogo vai demorar um pouquinho, velho.
Here we are. Let's drive back to town and meet the sheriff at the diner.
Esse jogo é bem investigativo, hein, velho.
I can't get that manuscript page out of my head. I've never seen killers reach out so directly before.
Damn impressive work so far. With your technique, these hunches were moving fast.
I wasn't sure about taking a case so far from home, but I'm thrilled to be here for this mystery. Need to swing by the lodge to get anything from the field office?
No, I'm all set.
I'll park there anyway. I want to walk to the diner, get a feel for the town.
Cidade é bem simples, né, velho?
The diner's just up the waterfront. Shouldn't keep the sheriff and our witnesses waiting.
I smell coffee.
Interroga as testemunhas na lanchonete. Que lanchonete? Só pode ser aqui, né?
See you around.
Não, não, quebrei a cara.
Oh dear. Huge.
Good to see you. me guess. The FBI. Welcome to Bright Falls. Nice to have you. I got you both some coffee. Oh, it's Washington's finest.
Não entendi porque.
Nice to meet you, Sheriff. I'm set for coffee.
You know, I wouldn't say no to another.
I'm Agent Saga Anderson. This is Agent Alex Casey.
Tim Brinker. And let me just say, I'm happy you two are here. Frankly, we could use the help.
Me disseram que havia
Your deputy
testemunha.
said you had a couple of witnesses here.
They made them sound like suspects.
Mulligan and Thornton are still on about that?
Ah, é.
No, the Bookers don't strike me as the murdering type, but you can decide for yourselves. They're just inside having coffee and pie to calm their nerves.
I'll see what they have to say. Casey, you compare notes with the sheriff.
Take your time. We've looked through the case files you sent over, Sheriff. Have you had many people besides the known victims go missing?
Sure. But it's slowed down ever since Calder Lake was fenced off.
Let me guess. Missing person cases spiked around 2010. The fence was built just after.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
O jukebox está quebrado. O pobre coitado não aguentava tocar a mesma música tantas e tantas vezes. Eu sou tão fã de Tolkien Night que qualquer pessoa. Mas fala sério.
Excuse me. I'm Agent Saga Anderson. Are you the Bookers?
That's us. I'm Tammy, and he's Ed.
Hello, officer.
Just Saga is fine, Ed.
So, are we being charged with anything? Because if not, we'd love to get back to our hotel and decompress after what we saw. Take a bath, scream into pillows, that kind of thing.
We're not charging you. I just have a few questions. Nothing to stress about, okay? So what did you see in the woods?
This naked dude came out of the lake, and he was acting crazy, shouting weird shit at us. He must have been on something.
Unless skinny dipping at dawn is a thing around here.
Then we heard shooting. We ran into these psychos in deer masks. They were tearing into the naked guy with knives, like some kind of satanic cult. And then we bolted and called the cops.
Ó, ganhamos uma pista.
What were you doing at Cauldron Lake last night?
I'm a writer. True crime. We're here from New York, doing some research on a famous novelist, Alan Wake, who went missing here. I was down at the lake, getting some details. Perfectly legal.
What makes you say it was a cult?
The masks and knives aren't enough.
They were shouting, "Cult of the tree, the cult of the tree, cult of the tree." Oh, and then we found it. The whole thing was
Eita, noiva.
That's all.
Opa. Seita da árvore.
The cult of the tree. What are the Bookers telling me?
I found their necklace. The symbol is 2 triangles.
The cult wants their spruce tree back, Tammy.
Finders keepers, Ed. My publisher will want this on the cover.
Tammy found something. A necklace belonging to one of the cultists. The Bookers were at Cauldron Lake. Why?
The fence was built to hide what's there. They say the rider fell in the lake.
Private party. No trespassing.
My book has questions. Past the bolt cutters.
They broke in for the sake of Tammy's book. Nothing to do with a murder. They were telling the truth. So you found something there, right? A necklace these cultists may have dropped.
Okay. Wow. How did you put that together?
It's evidence. You need to hand it over.
Okay.
Told you not to keep that thing to me.
Thanks. This could prove to be helpful.
Show de bola, velho. O bagulho é bem investigativo, mano. Bem investigativo mesmo.
Oh God. Saga Anderson. As I live and breathe.
Por tudo que é mais sagrado.
I thought we'd never see you
Achei
back
que nunca
here
mais
after
veremos
that
você por aqui
awful thing
daquele
happened to your
incidente com a
baby
sua
girl.
filha. Opa!
How are you? I'm sorry. Who are you? I don't know what you're talking about. It's me, silly. Rose. You know me.
I don't think I do. And what horrible thing happened to my baby girl?
She drowned. Your daughter. That's so weird you don't remember.
How do you know I have a daughter?
Oh, I know what this is. You're blocking out your traumatic memories. Happens on TV all the time.
No. You're mistaking me for someone else.
If you say so.
Good to see you.
Caraca, velho. Que negócio sinistro, velho. Vamos lá pro quadro de investigação. Caos. Tem 2 casos. Não tem nada aqui interessante. Vamos ver se que é. Vá pra delegacia, vamos pra delegacia.
All set? My guys have Nightingale at the morgue if you're ready to go take a look.
Let's go. Well, Casey, I got a lead. Looks like we're dealing with a cult. The cult of the tree.
Eu falei, por que uma seita? Não entendi o significado dessa
Have you
seita
heard
nesse
of this
jogo.
cult of the tree, Sheriff?
Only the urban legend. If you're in the woods at night, the cult will get you. That sort of thing.
We're not gonna find out you're the Grand Wizard or something, are we?
I played some D&D back in the day. Wizard was always my favorite class.
Morning, Sheriff. Looks like you have some guests.
Ah, morning, Ted. Yeah, real important guests. Deerfest. Always draws a crowd, right?
Too true. More the merrier. Have a good one, Sheriff.
Show de bola.
Hey, what do you know about that waitress from the diner?
Galera, tudo seja bem-vindo, galera. Muito obrigado. Ou bem-vindo, né?
Why? What'd she do now?
She kept saying that my daughter drowned. She even knew my name. It was all very weird.
Rose has a talent for saying the weirdest thing possible. But it's best not to take it personally.
Fala, Joel. Como é que você tá?
Hey, boss. Corpse is downstairs ready to go.
Yep.
Eu tô vendo que eu vi aqui.
All prepped.
I'd like to take a closer look as soon as possible. Lead the way, Sheriff.
Como é que você tá, Joel? Nossa, tô apanhando esse joguinho, velho. Esse jogo aqui é bastante investigativo, hein, Joel?
Just let us know.
We appreciate the support, Sheriff.
How are you?
E o protocolo lá, zerou?
So we share a morgue with the funeral home next door. It's a shoestring budget. I guess
Orçamento
you guys don't have
limitado.
that problem, though. Our only coroner rotates
Show de
between a few
bola.
other towns, and he's away this week. But you can handle this, right?
I'm qualified to perform examinations. Yes.
Nossa. Ah, se verdade, você pegou da PSN, né? Que raiva, eu peguei e comprei ele, mano. Nossa, que raiva, mano.
I can't say I feel the same.
He's joking.
Mas pra você entender a história do 2, você tem que jogar as DLC também, viu?
Okay. Let's take a look at our patient.
Cara, agora vai ser foda, mano, porque aqui
I'll
tem
start
uma
with the
parte,
external
mano.
inspection before performing the internal examination.
E o senhor YouTube
What was the cause of death? What other clues can the
vai encher o saco, mano.
He put up a fight.
Ele resistiu.
This looks like text.
Parece palavras.
A tattoo?
Uma tatuagem?
Didn't strike me as a
Não, não
tattoo
parece um
guy.
tipo de tatuador.
Aha.
Aham.
They did leave something inside his chest.
Boa pergunta, né? O quê?
There's writing on here. Can't make it out.
Writing? How'd they manage that?
Ah, achei que você
The
tinha
body
zerado.
shows signs of being
Tava no
submerged in
penúltimo
water
capítulo, né?
post-mortem. It doesn't.
Vamos ver as provas.
Time to see what Nightingale's body can tell us. That's not right.
Caraca, velho.
Yes.
Beleza. Meio que é por ordem que eu percebi, né?
Think, Saga.
Acho que é por ordem, acho.
Chest wound is cause of death.
Traumatismo no tórax e claramente causa da morte.
Doesn't add up.
Algo foi inserido. Isso é uma tatuagem, está borrada demais para ler.
There's definitely something.
Cara,
in
legal
his
que ela vai
chest.
montando os bagulhinhos,
Did
tá
the
ligado?
killers leave it there?
Ela vai montando o quebra-cabeça. Tatuagem no corpo e no coração. Como os assassinos tiveram tempo, não faz sentido. Causa do inchaço desconhecida. Tatuagem estranha na pele e no coração. A página é colocada na cavidade torácica.
It's the same type of page we found at Cauldron Lake.
Nightingale hunted Saga. Didn't see her. The Taken could not see into bright light. Light hurt them, made them vulnerable. Nightingale had no heart, but here he was, killing.
Someone's created a fucked up fantasy about us.
Esse joguinho aqui vai exigir bastante investigação, velho.
We
Eu tô vendo
found
aqui
these
dos
kinds of
crimes aqui.
pages. I didn't think they were relevant to this case. I have them right here.
Eu ver se consigo fazer as programações das lives, mano.
No, wait.
Não.
Sheriff?
What?
O que aconteceu com o cara, velho? Bagulho Que foi isso aí, velho? Deu um cacete na galera ali, mano. Você me paga.
He's coming.
Nossa, mesinha.
No weapon. The page said to get into the light. I need to get into the light. Now.
Eita porra.
My gun's out in the hall.
Eita nóis, que é isso? O que aconteceu que eu nem vi? Eu não entendi, foi nada. O que foi ali? O que foi aquilo? Entendi nada. De novo? Tenta ficar na luz. Os inimigos não de...
I need to get into the light. Now. He can't see me in the light.
Ah, pai, ele não me enxerga, velho.
My gun's out in the hall. Gotta get it back.
Os refúgios vão restaurar parte da sua saúde. Você vai sair ou atacar de um refúgio durante o combate. Ele ficará indisponível temporariamente.
Gotta move. Now.
Beleza. O que eu tenho que fazer? Agora fodeu com a minha vida, né? Não tô entendendo, é virosca nenhuma. Ele tá só me caçando, ó.
He knocked my gun out of the room. I need to find it.
Pronto, agora fodeu tudo. Ah! Ai, que raiva, velho. Muito obrigado.
He's coming. Need to be in the light.
Caraca, o que eu tenho que fazer, velho?
He can't see me in the light. My gun's out in the hall. Gotta get it back. Gotta move. Now.
Ah, mas eu não tô entendendo nada. Como é que ele consegue pegar ele ali? Tenta ficar na luz, os inimigos não detectarão você.
He's coming. Need to be in the light. Must be locked from the other side. My gun's out in the hall. Gotta get it back.
Ah, mas como é que eu vou ficar na luz? Não tô entendendo nada, velho. Acender a luz ali, aguenta aí. Pera aí, vou tentar chegar a 10 likes aí do YouTube hoje. Eu vou tentar ir pro outro lado agora. Eu vou te encontrar. Eu vou te encontrar.
He can't see me in the light. My gun's out in the hall. Gotta get it back.
Plantar mandioca, rapaz. Não é assim que acontece na história. Ah, cara, será que isso aqui tem aquele mesmo esqueminha que nem do Alan Wake? Que dá aquela tostada no carinha?
He's coming. Need to be in the light. He can't see me in the light. My gun's out in the hall. Gotta get it back.
Ele só tá me bisoiando, né, mano? Ele só tá me... Refúgio vão restaurar a parte da sua saúde. Você sai ou ataca durante o refúgio. Beleza. Ataca aqui.
Gotta move. Now.
Ah, sai pra lá, ô! Pé no toba, não tô entendendo a birosca nenhuma. Cara, não deixa nem eu tentar entender o que eu tenho que fazer, velho. Cara chato, mano. Cara chato. Beleza. Vai eu de novo, pela sexta vez, tentar entender o que eu tenho que fazer.
I need to get into the light. Now.
Ó, eu sei que ele tá aqui. Mas eu não consigo nem mexer na lâmpada.
He can't see me in the light.
Ele não pode vir na luz, mas tem alguém em casa.
My gun's out in the hall.
E a arma está no corredor. E pra você, ó. Ela matou todo mundo e ela meteu 3 tiros no cara. Tem gente em casa? Então mais um troféuzinho.
The page predicted all of it.
Até você entender o que você tem que fazer no jogo, você fica meio perdidão. Você tem que ler a legenda, né? Eu pulando a legenda, não tá nem prestando atenção na legenda.
If we're gonna do anything about it. Somehow we need to make sense of this. There's no rational explanation to what we just saw.
I'd love to blame this on mass hallucination caused by inhaling volcanic gas, but we both know that's bullshit. This was supernatural.
Well, I'm glad you were the one to say it. Now we can figure out a way forward. Right before things got crazy, Sheriff Breaker just vanished.
Maybe the
Literalmente o
sheriff
cara
knew more than he was
sumiu,
letting
né?
on.
He seemed anxious, like he dreaded what was coming. One more mystery. The victim of a ritualistic murder turns into a monster. Is there a connection?
Looks to me like the cult of the tree is performing rituals to create monsters.
Maybe.
Galera, vou abrir uma
We
enquete
need to start
no
with learning
YouTube.
this cult's goal, their purpose.
Eu não lembro se também tem como fazer na Twitch também, né? E vou... talvez eu vou trazer enquete, na verdade, né? Vou... ver que eu vou trazer, acho que eu vou trazer o Alan Wake, o Dead Space Remake também, galera. Estou estudando. Preciso programar meus horários de live de novo. Nossa, eu tô sem programação de live de horário.
This is the case we must solve.
Né, que lá nos atacou e um cadáver nos atacou. Eu usei a sensibilidade dele à luz para combatê-lo, mas ele escapou. Preciso ir atrás dele e descobrir que porra está acontecendo. Nossa, que mesinha delicada.
Saga was back at Cauldron Lake. Saga had to pursue Nightingale into the overlap. Finding a way in would be difficult. A ritual. Saga would learn how. Stop the monster.
Ganhar mais uma página. Justa posição. O que é essa página? Não está fazendo sentido. Duas páginas ligadas. Vamos ver se a gente acha mais alguma coisa aqui, galera.
The page places Nightingale back
A
at
página
Cauldron
recoloca.
Lake. Calls him a
Taken.
taken.
Chama ele de possuído.
We need to head over there, stop him, before anyone else gets hurt.
Okay.
Não, mas como você vai deter ele? Fala pra mim.
We heard gunshots. Y'all okay? Did you get spooked by the bodies?
Sheriff Breaker disappeared. Nightingale turned into some sort of a monster, and there are offices down. You two handle things here. We need to get back to Cauldron Lake immediately.
Fuck me. That's terrible. We'll do what we can, man.
Acho engraçado que acabou a energia, esses dois ficaram vivos.
That's crazy, right?
A tranquilidade chegou lá como se nada tivesse acontecido.
How could he do anything?
Negócio meio esquisito, hein?
They're a fine pair.
Já estamos aqui mesmo? Vamos dar uma buscada, né?
Oh dear, I am a tourist, and it appears that I'm lost in the woods. You only had a tour guide, also. It's bear season. Oh no, a bear. Help. Did somebody call for a tour guide? Oh wow. Koskela Brothers Adventure Tours. Unforgettable tour experiences at affordable prices. That's right. I'm Ilmo Koskela voted best coffee roaster / tour guide by Coffee World magazine. And I'm here to give you the tour of a lifetime. But Ilmo, I've heard the government has seized and restricted access to many local nature attractions. That is true, Yanko. Many local attractions have recently become fenced off by the government. And that's why, at Koskela Brothers Adventure Tours, we say, fuck the government. We have bolt cutters. Oh, wow. You think of everything. And we'll take you anywhere. Hiking through the scenic Elderwood National Park. Fishing in the crystal clear waters of Bright Falls Dam. Bird watching at majestic Mirror Peak. The tour of a lifetime is just one phone call away. Book now to get a 9% discount on this limited edition Oh Dear Diner coffee thermos.
My client has been held here long enough. Are you gonna let me speak to them or not?
Just a moment, ma'am. Someone will be right with you.
Nightingale and his cult are dangerous. We need to be prepared in case things escalate more than they already have. Can you call it in, Casey?
A smart choice, Anderson. Yeah, Agent Casey here. Yeah. We need backup. The Bright Falls case. Whoever you can spare. ASAP.
Think we'll actually find Nightingale at the lake?
The pages haven't been wrong yet.
We can't assume the person writing these pages isn't playing us.
I agree. But it's our best lead. I'm gonna take a quick look around. Meet you back at the car.
See you in a bit.
Caraca. Tô perdidinho no jogo, velho. Quanto carro de polícia, velho. Ó, o cara já tá aqui, velho.
Did you check out the town, Anderson?
Just getting my bearings. Ready to go?
Waiting on you.
Eu quero saber onde tá o Lake, velho. Ele tá preso ainda no jogo.
I need to come clean, Anderson. I know why Nightingale was here 13 years ago. He was chasing a writer, Alan Wake.
Tammy mentioned him. She's writing a book on his disappearance.
You know the detective character from his books, Alex Casey.
Yeah, I've heard the jokes at the office. Cold case Casey. Murder case Casey. Sorry.
Ha ha. The same name, similar job. It's the first thing anyone thinks of. It annoyed me, but that was it. Then, 10 years ago, I started getting strange letters in the mail. Fragments of prose describing murders. You've heard the stories about what happened in New York. Some of it, at least. Bodies started to pile up. It was a murder cult. Turns out the fragments sent to me were from the crime books of Alan Wake. The cult was copycatting the murders from the books. In their heads, they were performing a ritual to bring Wake back. Their imagined prophet. After that case, I started looking into Wake's disappearance on the side.
And you thought this case might be connected to him? His name does keep popping up.
I just wanted you to have all the facts.
Next time, give them to me before we find ourselves in the middle of a horror story.
Obrigado pelo likeão aí. Seja bem-vindo ou bem-vinda. Esqueça que tá toda hora deixo mutado. O coração, o retorno. O coração, o retorno.
The page says Nightingale's in something called an overlap. Need to figure out exactly what that means.
I'm happy I'm not in charge of this mess.
Thanks. Let's start looking for Nightingale where he was killed.
Vamos dar uma bisoiada aqui, né? Sem pressa. Opa!
Great. This area is supposed to be close to the public.
É uma moto. Why?
The writer of these pages knows what will happen. Because they're behind this, or because they can see what's coming. Impossible things are happening here. A world operating on different rules. I need to understand this strange logic. To see the clues.
Cara, esse negócio não tá me cheirando bem. O engraçado não ia descer primeiro, né? O cara fica olhando.
I've been thinking more about the cult of the tree. What sort of cult refers to themselves as a cult?
In my experience, they don't.
We're not seeing the full picture yet.
Hey, hello there. How are you folks doing?
Those restricted area
Hello.
signs.
Saga Anderson. Are you two supposed to be here?
I'm Ilmo Koskela. Fantastic to meet you. And yes, Stephen here hired me to show him through the woods. He's in town on important government business. Fixing this impressive piece of hardware.
I work for the FBC, ma'am. I'm authorized to be here.
And I bet you two are here about that murder. Nasty stuff. How's it going?
How did you hear about the murder, Ilmo? Do you know anything that could help us?
People tend to tell me things. The Koskela brothers are kind of a household name around here. Speaking of, if you're looking for some fun, stop by Watery. Just down the road from Bright Falls, there's our Coffee World amusement park. There's sauna ja vihta. And we offer a variety of guided tours, hunting, fishing, hiking, whatever strikes your fancy. You name it, we probably got it.
What is this thing?
It's just a monitoring station, ma'am. The Federal Bureau of Control checks volcanic activity and air toxicity levels. No need to worry, though. It's mostly for research purposes.
That's one gorgeous sweater, Saga. Looks Nordic. I bet a family member made it.
My mother made this sweater for me. How do you know?
I knew it. My mom used to knit those sweaters for me and my brother. Watery, my hometown, was founded by Finnish immigrants. So between your name and the sweater, I figured your family might be from Finland too. Suomi, Finland, Pulla, Karjalan piirakka.
Close. My mom's family is from Sweden originally. I don't know much about them beyond that. The sweater is just something to remember her by. Stephen, we're investigating a murder that occurred nearby. What can you tell me about your bureau?
Nothing that isn't classified, I'm afraid. But I don't know anything about a murder. Operations here are run by a different department. I'm just here to make some repairs. The wiring on this thing frays every couple months.
Yep, that's the raccoons. They grow real big here with teeth like you wouldn't believe. Can gnaw right through a garbage can.
That's all I've got for the moment.
What the hell is this?
What'd you find there, Steve?
Let's get to the murder site, Casey. A lot of things about this case keep bothering me. But one thing feels really off. Breaker's disappearance. I don't get the feeling Nightingale was responsible.
He was about to give you more of those pages. Something didn't want us to have them? Or was protecting him from Nightingale? Spontaneous combustion? I don't know. Not the kind of disappearance we normally solve.
Realmente eles estão voltando, né? Será que eles vão andar na cidade?
Our crime scene's drowning.
Nossa cena de crime.
I never minded the rain. Feels like home.
No sign of Nightingale. But the page did place him at Cauldron Lake, in an overlap. So how do we follow him there?
Maybe something around here will tell us.
After we find Nightingale, what then? I've never arrested a monster.
I've watched you arrest plenty of monsters, Anderson.
You know what I mean. Monsters. Light worked against him at the morgue. That might be the only way to stop him from hurting anyone else. Monsters? Overlaps? Rituals? What do you make of all of this?
The killers are usually the ones performing the ritual, not the detective. Acting out their sick fantasy. They may be trying to get you involved, forcing you into their twisted world.
But with dead men coming alive, the word ritual starts to have more weight behind it. We need to look around. Learn what this ritual is.
Sure.
Bare feet. Nightingale. I'll see where these footprints lead. Can you comb through the crime scene one more time, KC? Just in case?
On it. If anything comes up, I'll radio you.
Caraca, velho.
Vai lá, Alexandre.
There's another lunchbox.
Sei que as coisas podem ficar um pouco malucas por aqui, mas sei que você sente medo. Lembre de apenas que Alan está tomando conta de nós. Alan está tomando conta de nós. Vai que cola, né? Sexta-feira. Rick me falou que a família dele está de mudança. Que chato. Eu ainda nem falei que gosto dela. Que adianta? Agora ela disse que os pais dela querem que ache um emprego melhor e botar ela numa escola numa melhor cidade grande. Acho que faz sentido.
Toys. She's 14, KC.
Okay, so what do I get her?
Get her a book. Something weird and dark. Maybe that'll get her back into reading.
Peraí, eu vou dar uma parada aqui agora, que eu tenho que dar um negocinho pra minha esposa aqui. Muito obrigado a todos que passaram por aqui. Agradeço o coração. Valeu, galera. Fui.